Your next act, I just met him tonight, and I was talking backstage, and I gotta tell you, I'm really excited to see him. I think he's gonna be great. I think you're gonna love him. He's the first one tonight who's got a name that I can't pronounce, so we're gonna give it a shot. He's a PhD student in biology at Dalhousie University, and he's gonna talk to us about how plants overcome stress, which, thank God, I was gonna do my plant overcoming stress material. Thank God I did. Whew, I got like 20 minutes on that shit. You know how plants overcome stress? Weed. I hope that was one of your jokes, man. Sorry. I realized how much I said that shit. Your next act, I just met him. He's already a friend of mine. You guys gotta love him. Give a big round of applause for Rajaswami Nathan Varvan.
Hello, Halifax. Hope you guys are doing good. No. So, yeah. What was you want to start? Just before that, yeah. So, first of all, I just thought my first science talk would be like, hey guys, I'm Raja Swaminathan Vairavan. Here is my PhD thesis, blah blah blah, in a conference. But this is my first ever talk, and I think this place is pretty chill. But my body temperature is like 40 degrees right now. Yeah. So here we go. So people call me Raja, and a few call me Swami as Raja Swami Nathan. So over here, everyone likes to call me Raj. Man, I'm not Rajesh Kutrapali. And yeah, I can talk to women without being drunk. That's for sure. Yeah. So what do I do for a living? I work in plants. You can also say I work for plants. Yeah, it benefits them as well. I think I work in, no, not in, never in. Yeah, I work for plants, with plants, and on plants. Yeah, you can say that. So the plant that I use is called Arabidopsis thaliana, and I'm pretty sure you don't care about it. But what if I say it belongs to a family where cabbage, cauliflower, and your most favorite broccoli. Yeah, because back in India, we don't like broccoli. We don't have. So, yeah, so Arabidopsis thaliana has been quite used for 150 years, and the reason is it's small and the duration is short. I don't know how many of you like it small, and that too for a shorter period of time. Yeah, so the plant is like, it's small, it's easy to handle, and the duration of the plant is like 60 to 70 days. So probably that's the best plant to work on. So I stress out the plants by not watering them. So I dry them out and I put a pathogen on top of it by literally killing it. So in this, a few of the plants survive. So I just take those plants and figure out what characteristics they have, so that I might create a hybrid or a variety and find out a solution for the plants to tolerate stress. So this is like a worldwide great experiment, I think, but I hope I would make it better. So yeah, so I grow the plants in a small plate which has a jelly-like medium, and it has all the nutrients in it, and I keep it in the basement of a department in a growth chamber which has all the luxuries that the plant needs. So I used to take the plant when it's like 10 days old. I shouldn't say plants, my supervisor will kill me. I'll take the seedlings from the growth chamber. I need to go to my lab, which is in the 5th floor, and place it over there and observe it. So I took the elevator, and at the 1st floor a guy entered, and he was like, "Morning." It was just 2 months for me in Canada, and I was like, "Morning." And he said, "Is that weed?" So for me, a guy in agricultural background, weed literally means an unwanted plant in field. And I was like, new to Canada, so I just, yeah, it's a weed. and he was like, cool. And I'm like, what's so cool in growing an unwanted plant? And he just said, man, do you try it out? And I was like, what the fuck? How did you know my research? I didn't try it out. And I said, yeah. So, do you work on plants as well? And he was like, no, not really. And he just said, could you give me some? And I was like, no. It comes under my supervisor's control. I can't do any of it. And he said, I can give you money. And I said, no. That's the dumbest thing I've ever done. I said, I've given him the unwanted beat, and I could have got my grocery for that day. So I was so confused. I went to my lab and I asked my honor student in the lab, and she was like, bro, it's weed, the cannabis. And I was like, man, I don't know about the real Canada. And after meeting the guy, I really wanted to find out people who work on plants in my department. So I wanted to connect to people, and that is a thing called BOGS, which is Biology Organization for Graduate Students. And they conduct, it's not actually an event, it's like a get together every Tuesday called Bio Coffee. So I was so excited to meet everyone over there, and I went in, and the first thing I saw was an Indian. Man, I was so happy. And literally, I judge people, boo me, that's fine. So I just asked, hey, I'm Raja, yours? Yeah, I'm Zoya. And I just asked, you work on plants, right? You? Yeah, me, I work on plants, you? And she went, that's an awkward you. She said, I work on sharks. And I was like, that's weird for an Indian to work on sharks. And she said, I was like, okay, cool, yeah. Then I moved on to the next person, and he was new as me, and he was from Panama. And I asked, hey bro, what do you do? And he said, I work on sharks. And I was like, man, is this a marine science building or it's a biology? And the next person was, he came over to me, and I pretty know that he's an experienced person. He said, hey, I'm James. And I was like, hey bro, what do you work on? I wasn't sure, should I ask plants or something else? And he was like, I work on fish. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm never going to meet anyone new. Then I moved on. Then I found a guy sitting over there, and I said, hey, what do you work on? And he was like, I work on microbes. Wow, that's cool, man, that's new to me. And I love microbes, micro-plant interaction and stuff. And he was like, what microbes do you work on? Sorry, I was like, what microbes do you work on? And he said, marine microbes. Man, it's like my department, it's like a ocean where the sharks and the fishes and every stuff are just roaming around talking about their research and stuff, and I'm just a plant, just not trying to drown in. And a fly, which is a Drosophila fly, because we have that research in our department as well. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it up, but I love my friends. They are so good. Thank you for coming here, man. So after this, I just thought, okay, friends, I met a new guy, and I feel like I need to talk about relationships. Yeah, I feel research is similar to relationship. Specifically in research, you do experiments, right? So in my case, in my experience, I grow a set of plants, treat them. I think I am doing everything absolutely right. But at the end, it fails. So do I give up? I start a second trial. I grow a new set of plants, do the same, but not the same. I try troubleshooting stuff. I just figure out what I did wrong in the past, and I make it right, and I think it would be successful, but it failed. So I never stop at that. I go on, and finally, at one point, you'll be successful. So I would just say that experiments are similar to relationships, but relationships are experiences. They aren't experiments. So I would just like to end this talk by talking about hate and love. Yeah. Man, I'm becoming a philosopher because of Jamie, Emma, and Stephanie. Man, those guys changed me in a month. So, yeah. Initially, during my schoolings, higher secondary, I hated chemistry so bad. I hated it. And during my undergrad, I hated genetics. But those two are the things that's keeping me alive in my PhD research. So I'll just say that if you hate something, start loving it. Because you'll definitely end up loving it. So, yeah, love it like the bees that you're having now. And cheers for the dehydration of today. Thank you.